AEW Collision. So, listen, I'm sorry that I missed the whole show, but however, I technically didn't miss it. I just didn't go live, And the reason why I didn't was because I had to work on the Night of Champions review, and since I got to go to work in the morning, I got to make sure that I get all this out the way. So, when this video drop, it will most likely drop tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. So make sure you guys tune in. Anything after 8 o'clock, if you want to rewatch it, you can. So we're not going to waste no time. We're going to do a little quick review of a Collision, and then we're going to get to Forbidden Door because we need to get to the projections and predictions. So we're going to not waste no time. Let's go ahead and get started with this review. So let's go. What's up, guys? I just want to let you guys know that I just signed up for Twitch. So if you guys want to catch me streaming or you want to catch me on somebody else's stream, make sure you guys get on the bio and click on the link. So that way you can subscribe and catch me on there and on online, because right now it says offline, but I will be online and I'll let you guys know. Also, make sure you guys scan this QR code to follow me on Instagram. If not, you can get in the bio and there'll be a link down below where you could do it on there for, if you want it just to be simple or very easy for you. If you don't want to scan the QR code, the link will be on the bio. Also, don't forget my Twitter page. I also have that. That will also be on the bio for the link down below. So make sure you guys follow me on there. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You already know what it is. You already know I always drop that exclusive content for you guys. So, of course, we got to get to the video. So, let's go ahead and get to the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share if you're new. Let's get started. So, what you want to talk about? What you want to talk about? What you want to talk about? Let's talk about the Glamoration versus the Ops for the AEW World Trios titles. Now, this match was okay, but one thing I did not like was the fact that Anthony Bowen had to take the pin. Now, I did not like that one bit. I think Anthony deserved better than that. He didn't have to take that pin. You could have had the Asian dude take the pin. But I guess they want to make Hook look strong, but whatever. Yo, man. And FYI, for those that don't know, Anthony Bowen joined the Ops because Powerhouse Hobbs is in WWE now, also known as Royce Keys, So now he's the new member of the group, and so far he hasn't been doing a good job lately because even though he's been cutting some good promos backstage, he hasn't been getting along with Hook and the other dudes. So I don't know where Samoa Joe is at, but whatever he's at, he's just watching this and just like, can you guys just get along already? You know what I'm saying? But because Hook don't like him, it's one of the reasons why that, he's the baby face in the heel group. And I do believe I'm sure he's going to probably want to kick him out. But if he do, will Samoa Joe side with Anthony Bowen or will he side with Hook? I honestly don't know. But however, so far they've been losing like crazy. I mean, they've been taking some dubs in Ring of Honor, just not on Collision and Dynamite, which just sucks. But let's just hope that they'll gain the momentum back. But if they don't, I don't know how much longer this is gonna last. Because honestly, it seems to me like they want to kick Anthony Bowens out. So I don't know how this is gonna work out. But I mean, we'll play it by ear. But let's get to the next match. Now we have Kevin Knight versus Wes Lee. I like to call him Wes Lee just because we all know him as Wes Lee in NXT. So. He went against Kevin Knight for the TNT title. This should have been an eliminator match, but unfortunately it wasn't. So, I mean, the first match that Kevin Knight was going up against was Myron Reed, and now he's facing Wes Lee. So, he changed his name, obviously. Yeah. So, I don't know. Basically, right now, it seems to me like Kevin Knight is facing all the members from the Rascals. Right now he is faced 2 and beaten 2. Yep. So Wes Lee lost to Kevin Knight, obviously, because the title was on the line. And I'm going to say it like that because if this was an eliminator match, I think he might have a chance of winning. But because the title was on the line is one of the reasons why he didn't. So, I don't know why they put the belt on the line, but I guess they did it just so he can get some, say, hey, I defended my belt over here and over there. So I get it, but it's really unnecessary. So, but it was a good match, though. It was good. It was good. But I'm just wondering, is Zachary going to win? That's what I want to know. Is Zachary not win, but is he going to face Kevin Knight for the belt? And if that happens, when it will be? Next Collision? So hopefully Zachary gets a title shot because, again, if you're going to do two members, then to do the third one, too. So I'll be looking forward to that, and I'm hoping Gigi Dollins, a.k.a. Priscilla Kelly, will be looking forward to that because that is her husband, and we would like to, support him as much as we can, So we'll see what happens, but I would definitely love to see what Zachary's going to do with Kevin Knight. We just have to wait and see if he gets booked or whatnot. Then we have Chris Jericho versus J.D. Drake. Now, you guys don't know who J.D. Drake is. I don't either. But after watching this match, it felt like I know him for a little bit because he was kicking Chris Jericho's ass. But the thing wasn't able to succeed because, of course, he won by submission by doing the Walls of Jericho. I'm talking about Chris Jericho. So basically, he did win by that, but after the match, he hit the Walls of Jericho again, just because Tommaso Ciampa did the Walls of Jericho on his last opponent. I don't know. I forgot who he was facing. But basically, he did the Walls of Jericho outside of the ring, and he asked Tony Giovanni to, say that I'm better than Chris Jericho. And, of course, he said it, and then they let him go after that. And Chris Jericho returned him a favor by doing that, basically on J.D. Drake and saying, hey, say Jericho's better than Tommaso Ciampa. And that's what Tony Giovanni said. And then that was the end of it. So basically, Tommaso Ciampa and Chris Jericho are getting ready for their match at Florida. So it's called the Beach Break. So Wednesday on July 8th, they will be going against each other. No stipulation. I don't like that, but hey, maybe this will be the first match of that. And then after that, we'll get a stipulation if Tommaso Ciampa get over Chris Jericho. So let's see what that match do. But shout out to J.D. Drake. He definitely impressed me tonight. So he did his thing. He definitely used his weight to an advantage because he is a big dude. And he definitely tore Chris Jericho apart. And I definitely need to rewatch this match because there was some spots that he did that was pretty cool. And I would like to go back and watch. So shout out to J.D. Drake. I hope to see him back. Then we have Persephone versus Billy Starks, and for the CMLL World Women's Championship. Now, of course, Persephone won. I didn't expect Billy Starks to win. But, however, shout out to Billy Starks for putting on a good match with Persephone. There was a lot of cool spots in there. Like, it was a spot where Billy Starks was trying to, tear up the announce table, and she did the Finn Balor on Persephone, and it was pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie, it was pretty dope. I did like the way she hit there with that Finn Balor, you know what I'm saying? When she put 2 feet on the back of her back, you know what I'm saying, lay her down. That was pretty dope. There was another spot where Billy Starks did this little move where she picks up Persephone and hit the backbreaker, but when she did it, she hurt her leg, and I guess because all that weight she got. But Persephone is a pretty big woman, you know what I'm saying? But not in a bad way, you know what I'm saying? In a good way, you know what I'm saying? Like she's big bone, and that's good. We want a thick red bone like Persephone, you know what I'm saying? And even though she's Latina, I love her thickness. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I love her thickness. But I will say you this: any man that wants to date her, shit, you better grip that for sure. But Persephone won, and after the match, Hakushita attacked her, hit her with a kendo stick, and then hit that submission move on her. I don't know what it's called. I hate that submission move, man. Like, she tried to turn her into a goddamn crab, bro. Tried to turn her into a pretzel. And then she she did something where she do this crab leg and then she'll like try to choke her at the same time. It's like it's just weird as fuck. But and it is so simple for her to get out of, but for some reason they make it seem like it's that complicated, and I'm like, no, it's not. She can escape from that. But eventually when she did attack her to hit her with that submission hold, three women came out, and guess who came out? Chris Stanlander, Queen Emanata, and my baby mama, Harley Cameron. They all three of them came out, and Hakushita, of course, ran away, which I don't understand that when you have a fucking kendo stick. But she's a heel, so I don't expect much. But basically, she ran away because it was 3-on-1. She wasn't going for that, so she ran away. And then eventually, once she ran away, all four of them square up at well, they didn't fight each other, but basically they did a little scare down just to get ready for July 1st, because we're gonna have, you know, a 6-women match where whoever wins gets the TBS championship. So they're all getting ready for that. The 6th person ain't ready, but we're gonna have to wait until Forbidden Door for the 6th person. So there you have that. Next up, we have Mystico and Speedball Bailey teaming up to go against Primer athletes. Now, FYI, Primer athletes do have a side chick by their corner called Storm. Well, Stormy. Yeah, Stormy. And she's the same height as Megan Bain and Lena Cross. And she's very tall and very strong. But the problem is she's not on the show. Now, that's the thing I don't like. I don't like the fact she's not on the show. She should have came and sided with Premier athletes. I'm pretty sure they would have got a dub. But I think, you know, I guess you guys, you know, I don't know why they won't bring her up. She could kill it. She could come out and help, but for some reason she didn't. And I didn't understand that. But however, Bailey and Mystico got the dub over, you know, primary athletes, obviously, because they're from Ring of Honor. So obviously anybody from Ring of Honor that's not Bandito or Athena or Persephone or Maya World, they will not get a dub. And that's just sad. It really is. But then again, you know, we still have Diana, but she, unfortunately right now she's injured. So, and who knows when she's coming back, but hopefully she'll heal up soon and we can see her back in the ring. And hopefully Tony don't fumble her because she's still champion. So she still got to defend her belt. And unfortunately in Ring of Honor, whoever gets injured gets to keep their belt, which I don't understand that, but it is what it is. So let's just hope for the best for her, and we'll go from there. But good match. You know, I don't care too much about this match, but it is good to see Speedball. But I would like to see him, you know, do more than just wrestle. But we'll see. But other than that, let's get to the next match. Then we have Jack Doyle versus Adam Pearce. Now, Adam Pearce did his thing in this match, but because Jack is so damn jacked, is one of the reasons why he wasn't able to succeed in this match. But he was this close though. You know, he hit the small package, and then after that, Jack Doyle hit his finisher move, and then that was it. Lord have mercy, man. Damn. Now, if you guys don't know what Jack's finisher move is, it's the same finisher move that Big Daddy V used to have, where he picks up somebody and it look like he about to do the sidewalk slam, but it's, you know, but he like spins them around and then slam them. Yeah, that's what his finisher move is, and that's how he got the dub against Adam Pearce. But hopefully Adam Pearce one day will get a dub at a Collision. We just got to see if they're willing to bring him up. But as of right now, he just taking pins. So who knows when he's going to get over, but hopefully you know, Tony Khan will see the potential in him and actually give him some actual matches like he's doing with Maya World. So other than that, man, shout out to Adam Pearce. He did his thing, and, you know, we'll see Jack at Forbidden Door in the steel cage match. So there you have that. Now let's get to the main event. Now, before we get to the main event, I forgot to mention that there was a segment after the Glamoration match that Will Ospreay and the Death Riders were trying to rest up Daniel after what he suffered against Swerve. So obviously John and Will sent a message to Swerve after the British, a vicious attack against Daniel. Let's look at it.
The most dangerous man is now in a dangerous position himself. Swerve Strickland has made himself a target. Let me tell you how we're gonna handle that. Will is gonna pull the trigger. And he's gonna hit him where it hurts the most.
Message received loud and clear. 10 years of friendship. All for what? Nothing. That's the message that you're gonna send to a guy with a double neck fusion surgery? I don't care how many times we do these bridges, mate. I get hit with that move, I'm looking at another surgery for sure. After all the battles, all the wars that we've fought together on opposite sides, you name it, this is different. The most dangerous man in AEW, you are about to see how dangerous I can be, bruv. This isn't your house anymore, mate. You're a squatter, and you are occupying space on my road to Wembley.
Hey, yo, Billy.
Yeah, bro.
Bring it home, my boy.
Yes, young boy, Danny. Mate.
Another day without Pac. I really do think he's scamming, y'all. I really think he's scheming. I ain't sure. He plotting. I know he plotting. But shout out to Daniel for showing love to Will. I do think that Daniel and Marina Shafir will be the ones to ride with Moxley while he gets turned on. I just wonder, will Ospreay help him out or not? Because you can't do, 4 versus 3. So you're going to have to, well, unless Gabe get involved. But if Gabe get involved, the dogs are going to get involved as well. So, hey, listen, I hope that Daniel and Marina ride with John because, again, it just seems to me like Daniel and, Marina still have, their connect with John. And I just don't think they will, betray him like that, based off of what I'm seeing. So hopefully they'll ride with him if Pac ever do decide to turn on John. But if that happens, let's hope that Daniel and Marina will ride for him as well. You know what I mean? Because he really don't. Because, honestly, I think Willer and Claudio going to ride with Pac, just because of, what. Basically because Willer, still holding a grudge against John for what happened to him at, what's that pay-per-view called? What is it? Grand Slam in Australia when he got that haircut. So I do think that he's going to ride with Claudio and them. He's going to ride with Claudio and Pac. So Claudio, I think the reason why he's going to join with Pac is because I think those two are closer. So I think that might happen. And then, and then at that point, it's 3 versus 3 at that point. Well, not versus 3 versus 3, but, well, it could be if Will tags along, but we'll see. But other than that, man, let's go to the next segment. And also, I am rooting for Will, but we'll talk about that in the Forbidden Door projections and predictions. So let's go to the next segment. Now, the next segment is Thekla and Sky Blue and Julia Hart. The Triangle of Madness. All right. Cutting their promo, obviously. It ain't just Thekla. Okay, Julia and Sky Blue were cutting their promo as well. Mostly majority Sky Blue because, Julia Hart didn't really say much. But, however, there's really nothing for her to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't got nothing to say, versus with, Sky Blue. She got plenty to say because she got a match at Forbidden Door, and it's going to be during 0 Hour, and she's going to either be the 6th contender to go against, all the ladies in the 6 women survival of the fittest match, or, or just be the Asian chick. But other than that, man, I'm rooting for Sky Blue, but we can save that in the end. Let's just look at the skit real quick.
Everyone is saying that I'm the only one making Forbidden Door feel like Forbidden Door. All these companies playing it nicey nice with each other, and it makes me sick. I don't have to be nice to anyone. If I want to fly to Japan, I do it. If I want to attack the president of Stardom, I do it. And if I want to destroy the Forbidden Door, I'm gonna light that dumb bitch on fire.
But this war will not be fought alone. Everyone in the Triangle of Madness operates on their own time.
On the buy-in, I face Micah, another hopeless, pathetic girl from Stardom in a TBS qualifier. And as excited as I am to win that TBS championship, I cannot wait to show you and all of Stardom just what a violent little thing I really am.
That's right. Micah, Starlight Kid, President Okada, Stardom, hell, New Japan, CMLL, and even AEW. You all built the Forbidden Door, and now you're gonna watch it burn!
The Toxic Spider, Tekla, this unhealthy obsession with Stardom, with showing up. The Japanese women's promotion, the champion will have her opportunity tomorrow, but she will be facing a woman that she has never beaten in her career. Tekla and Starlight Kid one-on-one for the EW Women's World Championship.
Yeah, so shout out to Tekla. I just wonder if Mercedes Moné win Sunday, is there any possible way that Tekla might turn face, just because I don't think that Mercedes wants to turn face right now. And since she's teaming up with Athena, I don't think it's going to work out. So possibly I think people are going to side with Tekla. But if Mercedes can win at Forbidden Door and you know, she can win the title, obviously, you know, at All In. But how long is this, you know, little team that she's doing with Athena's going to last? Because at some point, you're going to have to get these two to face each other at some point. And somebody's got to turn face. Somebody. So, but let's see what Tekla will do, obviously, with this chick that she's going to face at Forbidden Door. Let's see how it goes. But with that, man, let's get to the main event. So, if you guys watched my, my reaction video with C-Jack, I pretty much was watching the match while I was doing the review. And, like I said, this match was awesome. So, even though I didn't like the results, I understood it. But then again, I could be misled based off of what I see tomorrow with Mercedes Moné versus Maya World. Now, here's the thing. Mercedes Moné and Athena did get over in this match. But however, it's a little tricky because even though they won after the match, Mercedes Moné and Athena, obviously attacked Hyon and hit a double submission where Mercedes did the cross space, and then Athena did the single crab leg. Right, so they did a double submission on her, and then Maya World came in the ring and literally tried to kick him with 2 kicks to the face, and then, of course, did a moonsault outside the ring because they both got out of the ring. So if she's standing tall, then, again, I'm confused because if Mercedes Moné and Athena won, does that mean that Mercedes is going to lose at Forbidden Door? That's the question. Y'all comment down below, let me know. But other than that, man, there was some good spots in this match, man. I remember when Mercedes was about to hit the Three Amigos, and before she did it, she flipped the whole crowd off, flipping the bird on them. Well, she was about to hit it, and then Hyon, reversed it, and then, went back to the ropes and whatnot. But but that was before the ending. And I ain't gonna lie, man. Mercedes she's not a friendly person. But that's kayfabe though. You know what I'm saying? She is a heel, so you know how that goes. But god damn it, man. But hopefully Maya World will get the dub. If not, Mercedes is gonna win, and if that happens, hopefully we get a triple threat match. And then if Maya World wins, hopefully we get a fatal 4-way match. But either way it goes, Maya's going to take that belt from Athena, so I hope she's ready. So there you have that. But shout out to Hyan for backing up Maya World. You know, it's great that, these two are paired up, because I was wondering where Hyan was when she got attacked by Mercedes Moné and Athena. But I am glad that she was able to team up with Maya World, because, they did come up together. So, and I say, anytime Maya World's in trouble, you go ahead and call Hyan. So there you have that. Now let's get to projections and the predictions. All right. So, I don't know if this is in order, but however, we're going to do the best we can. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, this is the match I was talking about with the, Sky Blue thing. So Sky Blue will be in the ring with one of the women from Stardom or New Japan, and her name is Micah. So whoever wins gets to qualify in the Survivor of the Fittest. So I'm going with Sky Blue because I don't know this chick. So we'll see how the match goes, but I think it's going to be a great match. So I'm looking forward to that. Then we have Divine Intervention versus Thunder Rosa, and I think her name is Olympia. So basically it's for the tag team championships, right? No timer this time. It's just a regular match. Now Thunder Rosa did do a backstage segment with these two, and boy, was that woman wild for the summer. Let's take a look, man.
No physicality ahead of the Forbidden Door buy-in match. Divine Dominion will be defending their AEW Tag Team Championships against Thunder Rosa and CMLL's Olympia, who could not make it tonight.
What? You didn't think I was going to show up, huh? Especially alone. Did you? Well, I'm not afraid of you, y menos de ti.
Face paint must be seeping into your skull, because we do not care if you are afraid of us.
How you feel is irrelevant. All we're focused on is how you feel when we're done. Megan, do you know about Mexican fighting spirit? Because apparently you don't. The harder the odds, the harder we fight. So this weekend, Olympia and I, we're gonna fight so hard until we are the last one standing.
Yes, nothing says fighting spirit like two women who are always hiding their faces.
My face paint means heritage. Olympia's mascara means culture. So no, we're not gonna bow down or run away from you two Amazon ass, double D's, wannabe sucias from the SWAT meet who are walking around with those stupid hats thinking that you're the goddesses of this division.
Thunder, don't prepare for a match. Prepare to be our next sacrifice.
The only thing that is gonna be sacrificed here is your stupid attitude. So come on, are you guys ready? Because I'm ready to be fine. I mean, I've done it before. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, she was wilding for that one. Oh man, but hey, she's getting hot for the summer, man. So unfortunately, she's not gonna take the belts off of them, but it is good to see her on the card. So there you have that. Then also we got Pac versus Shota, I think that's his name. Now it's for the IWGP Global World Heavyweight Championship. So Pac will be facing him for the belt. I'm rooting for Pac on this one. But I mean, if you don't take the title, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see a great match between these two. So I'll be looking forward to that match for sure. Now, we got a 3-way tag team match with the Young Bucks, Sky Dream, and CO, I think. I don't know what that says before. Wait, hold on. Unbound CO. That's what they are. I don't care about this match, so we're going to go ahead and skip it, all right? Now we got this match, Jon Moxley versus Bandito for the Continental Championship. Now, I'm looking forward to this match. I believe Jon Moxley will retain. No offense to Bandito, but you got to drop the belt first before you ever get a belt. So I just want to keep that in mind. Then we have Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr. So Sabre Jr., something like that. But yeah, I'm rooting for Kenny Omega. I want to see him do some techno work on him. And, yeah, we'll go from there. All right, and then we got Thekla versus Starlight Kid for the Women's World Championship. It's the AEW one. So I'm rooting for Thekla, but I want to see what Starlight Kid do. So I would love to see her in ring work, and I will be looking forward to her skill set in that ring first thing tomorrow. So can't wait to watch it. So I think Thekla is most likely going to win, but like I said, I just want to see what Kid gonna do, so I'll check her out. Now we have Edge and Christian versus the Dogs for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. I want the Dogs to win, but unfortunately, I do think Edge and Christian are going to retain. I don't know how long they're going to hold the belts, but they might be holding it for the Young Bucks. You never know. So I'm going with Edge and Christian, and I want to see what they're going to do from here. So there you have that. Then we have the match that we all been waiting for, and that's Mercedes Moné versus Maya World. All right, this is for the finals. All right, so now I know some people are upset that they want to see Athena versus Mercedes, but right now they're working together to take down Maya World and Hyon. So again, I just told y'all what happened in the main event. So basically, since Mercedes Moné and Athena went over, I do think that Maya World's gonna win. But, however, I could be wrong because this is AEW, not WWE. So let's hope that, Maya World will get something out of this. And let's hope that, Mercedes Moné will find a way to get the belt. So, yeah. But I'm rooting for Maya World in this one. But if Mercedes win, whatever, just set up a triple threat match at Forbidden Door with Thekla. And then, we'll go from there. All right. So, like I said, I root for Maya World. I am. Now, I think this is going to be the main event, but you already know Swerve Strickland versus Ospreay for the men's finals. Now, I'm going with Will Ospreay. No defense to Swerve, but Will Ospreay is the one, man. He's telling the story, and he needs to hold it down for his country. So, I say Will Ospreay going over makes sense. So, let Will Ospreay win, and then Swerve can come back later. So, I don't know what Swerve is going to do after this, but I think he's going to be with the Death Riders, and that's that. So there you have that. But I'm rooting for Will for this match. Then if that don't become the main event, this will be the main event. So basically we're going to have MJF and the Don Callis family versus the Glamoration and Darby Allin and Takeshita. So in a steel cage match. Yep. So, honestly, I don't care who wins this match. Now if Mark Briscoe wins, he's most likely going to go after the title. And he has that right because, that's the stipulation. So, we'll see how far it will go from here. But whoever wins this match, I don't care. But I think most likely it's going to be Mark Briscoe's team. So, just like Blood and Guts, man. Just another win for Mark Briscoe and his squad, bro. Pretty cool. But like I said, whoever wins, I don't care. So we're going to leave that alone, all right? But other than that, man, that is your projections and predictions for Forbidden Door. Comment down below and let me know who you think is going to win and which match are you looking forward to, all right? For Collision, let me know what y'all think about the episode if you watched it. And we'll go from there, all right? So get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And I'll see y'all for Forbidden Door at 7 o'clock, all right? I'm out.